Lynn Girardi. Happy, terrific Thursday. It's a warm one here in New York. Hope everybody's doing well. Uh, let's see. So today, actually, I usually do um, a couple of inspirational affirmation card picks, and today I have a kind of an updated deck, positive affirmation mindfulness deck for the mindful messages. So we're going to use that one today. It's called Rethink Mindful Life with Daily Learning Flashcards. I don't know, but it looks good online. So I want to start with something new because I kind of feel like for me, I kind of feel like the old ways of doing things in life, for me anyway, maybe others feel that way too. Uh Maybe we're using outdated approaches to life, or doing things in life that are no longer an ideal fit for us. Maybe we've all grown and devolved, uh like emotionally, spiritually, and in our vibration. Maybe we've all been advancing and growing, and we need to do what's more fitting and what's more positively aligned and more authentic for ourselves where we are now than where we used to be in life, um in mind, body, and spirit, to kind of match this new chapter of life with maybe updated processes, or improved ways of approaching life and doing things, and going after goals, and creating lives that are more fulfilling, more on purpose for us where we are now with the lessons we've learned along the way in life. So instead of using the old cards that I was using for a few years, I thought at least let's try these new positive affirmation cards. I know it reads backwards here, but it's actually it says rethink. So that's what I'm doing lately, rethinking like what's working for me in life, what is a fit, what doesn't fit as much as it used to. Hi, Play with Carter, nice to see you. So new card deck we're going to use again is positive affirmation cards. And then if we have time, I'll use one of the older, the Happier Me deck, which is still a good one. But so I'm just going to read a couple of maybe three random, one, two, three. You might want to consider what number stands out to you today. One, two, three, and I will put these randomly on this positive affirmation card that's about mindfulness and law of attraction, positive mindset, etc. So let's see. We're going to do one, two, and three. I'm just going to randomly, let's see, whatever is on this side will be one. Turn that upside down. Whatever's on this side, two. And whatever's on this side will be three. I'm going to read those to you. Let me show you one more time. One, two, and three. Oops, hang on a second. How is everybody doing today? You doing okay? It's Thursday. It's the day after the tax day. April 15th is a Thursday, April 16th, 2026 in the United States. Hope everybody's doing okay. And I think maybe, I don't know about you, but I definitely need a reset from the stresses of tax season, and maybe you had to pay more than you thought. Maybe hopefully you got money back. But now I feel like it's time to get off of that stress of deadlines and paperwork, especially if you're someone like me who's a creative type and tends to have ADHD type tendencies. Um, is not a paperwork person. Maybe if you're like me, you're happy to have tax season over with. Uh, Even though I actually have an extension to do, but I got the bulk of it over with, and I feel like we need to now reset, de-stress, get back to some self-care and chill out time. So here we go. I'm going to do one, two, or three. I'm going to read them all to you, see what See what sounds good to you. If it resonates, you might want to consider the message for yourself today. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Just look for something out there that does. But here we go. This one says, what number one said, forgiveness. Forgiveness. And now this is, I like I was saying, I happen to buy, these are new cards. I happen to buy them to get more of a fresh approach to what I'm doing here on YouTube. And so this is the first time I'm reading them. So let's see what they said. Forgiveness. I liberate myself from the grip of resentment and anger, both towards myself and others. I extend forgiveness generously, absolving any hurt or harm inflicted, embracing freedom. I unburden myself from the weight of grudges and negativity, fostering a realm of positivity and harmony. Okay, again, forgiveness says, I liberate myself from the grip of resentment and anger. Of course, all these feelings, in my opinion, and from my spiritual studies and Abe Hicks' philosophy as one of those studies, we need to feel all the feelings from the lowest ones of hopelessness and grief, moving up the emotional scale and vibration to higher emotions, from grief to anger, to resentment, to frustration, and then you can get higher into the better feelings that are more positive, more positively aligned with God, source, the divine, and where when we're in that higher state, the blessings can more easily flow into us. Hi, Ozzy Jace. Nice to see you. So once again, we have to feel all of the feelings, but the idea is not to hang out there for the rest of our lives, because that only attracts, because of the law of attraction, the energy and the feelings that we're putting out comes out as energy into the universe. Everything's made of energy. And law of attraction, we get back matching vibrations of the things that match that vibration of anger, resentment, um, and we don't want that. Yeah. So we want to feel those lower feelings. Forgive if you have to forgive, um, because you don't want to be ill. You want to be have wellness in body, mind, and spirit. So last time I'll read this here. I liberate myself. This is about forgiveness. I liberate myself from the grip of resentment and anger, both towards myself and others. I extend forgiveness generously, absolving any hurt or harm inflicted. Now, a lot of times this is not an easy task. Sometimes you need, uh, you know, therapy to do that, or spiritual direction, and meditation, with other people, with professionals, or meditation and prayers, etc. But we do what we can. We're human. We're souls having a human experience. So if we just lean toward forgiving, or you know finding a way to kind of make that situation at least a little bit more neutral in your mind, I would say, so that way you can embrace freedom more. I unburden myself from the weight of grudges and negativity, fostering a realm of positivity and harmony. Because, like they say, uh, not forgiving is like taking drinking poison and expecting the other person to get ill from it, right? Lack of forgiveness is like that. It really hurts us more than the other person usually. So um, we want to try to shift that to a more positive feeling, or at least neutral, I would say. I keep thinking of that book, the Untethered Soul. And I believe that he was saying, like, if you could just let situations be, like, whether they're negative, or if they're negative and triggering to you, if you could just kind of somehow let it say, this is life, look at it like as your soul is awareness, looking out at what's playing out in your life. And if you could see things from that space as just, oh, look at this thing playing out in this theater of life, and kind of allow it to be, and then it can kind of dissolve and disperse from your attachment to it and anger or whatever, and then it can flow, and you can get past that to more positive um peaceful state. Okay, so that's one. Number two says moving on. With graceful resolve, I release the grip of the past, liberating myself to move forward with ease and serenity, embracing the boundless potential. Okay, embracing the boundless potential of the future, I step boldly into the unknown, ready to embrace the infinite possibilities that await me. Moving on. And that's kind of like what I was saying at the beginning of this broadcast. I feel like lately, for myself, maybe for a lot of other people, I don't know if many of you have heard the spiritual community online. They're talking about we're moving from a 3D like dimension vibration in life in this universe to a 5D, like a higher vibration. And that's why things are getting like the negative is kind of being shown coming up to be cleared out. You see it in the news to be kind of cleared out and improved. um we're all kind of raising in vibration toward a higher consciousness, they're saying, more positive, like heaven-like kind of vibration, which they're calling 5D. I don't know. This is just what I hear. Is this right? Is this wrong? I don't know. But we're always evolving and moving forward in life. That's why they also say when you get rid of clutter, clear out the things that are not you anymore. They're a part of an old chapter of life, and maybe they're keeping you stuck in a lower vibration because you're not moving on. We want to move forward. We have new manifestation, new goals manifesting. We want additional, maybe more money, uh better relationships, uh opportunities for creativity or career or whatever. We have to let go of some of the old to invite in the new. So this moving on, I think, is fitting for that. So once more, it says, with graceful resolve, I release the grip of the past. Right? We don't have to be attached to how everything used to be. We have to try to align now with the new version of us where we are in life now with our current understandings, um, our current talents, what maybe technology is doing now that we don't have the old way of doing things anymore. We have to move forward and align positively with that to benefit from the opportunities that are waiting for us. But now there are new versions of things that didn't, that old stuff, a lot of it doesn't exist the way things, a lot of times the way things used to be does not exist anymore. So instead of keep looking at that and say, look, we used to have this, they used to have video rental stores, Blockbuster. We used to have I can't buy a CD player anymore. They don't everything is streaming, you have to go with the new because that will invite in the new possibilities for where we are now. Embracing the boundless potential. There's a lot of potential and infinite possibilities in the here and now and in the future. So, embracing those possibilities, I step boldly into the unknown, knowing that God is with us. We're being supported. That's still the constant. He's co-creating life with us. Step boldly into the unknown, ready to embrace the infinite possibilities that await me, you, all of us. Infinite possibilities. With God, all things are possible, and there's infinite possibilities. We just have to kind of stay in a positive state and go along with the new and not be so attached to the old, because sometimes that's what's slowing us down, including our clutter, etc., which I have to clear out myself. Again, I'm trying to be more authentic. They're saying these days it's being more positively aligned with your choices in life and your decisions and where you are now, where you do want to go. And being more authentic is going to help us break out of the old chapters of the past that we don't want anymore. Maybe that's lack of uh abundance, lack of whatever that you feel lacking in. Maybe it's time to take a new approach that matches the new you. Okay. Number 3, last one, is exchange of support. Exchange of support. And it says, I actively seek and graciously accept support from individuals who wholeheartedly believe in me and my goals. I purposely surround myself with an atmosphere of positivity and encouragement, nurturing an empowering environment that uplifts and fuels my journey towards success. As people giving each other a high five. High five. So, exchange of support, right? The thing is, like they say, get around people. Maybe you need some additional new supportive community in your life. You know, if you have an interest or passion for something, and no one in your current reality, in your current life, shares that enthusiasm for that particular passion, check out a new community, a new meetup group or whatever, um where online or in person. I think in person is even better. uh to get around people who are also interested in that passion of yours, and then that kind of builds the positive momentum for you and for them on the goals that you have in that area of life, and other things you may resonate with. You may find more answers to solutions, answers or solutions to problems that you have, just by being around some additional people who resonate with you much more. So last time on this one, exchange of support. I actively seek and graciously accept support from individuals who wholeheartedly believe in me and my goals. Don't hang out too much with, or don't share too much of your uh the newly conceived projects that you might be involved in, or ideas that you have that are out of the box, out of mainstream thinking. Don't cast those pearls before swine, as the Bible quote goes. Not that they're swine, but they're on a different vibration, and they can't add to your the positive growth of your ideas, if that's not even in their you know in their thought processes, and it'll make you doubt yourself and your positive ideas. So get around supportive people who wholeheartedly believe in you and your goals, um, in an atmosphere of positivity and encouragement, nurturing an empowering environment that uplifts and fuels your journey towards success. And you'll wind up doing that for the person who you resonate with as well. Okay, that was 3 from this one, Rethink Mindful Life. Since we have a few minutes left, if anybody here wants to choose a number between, say, 1 and 31, which is, I say 31, that's usually the longest, our longest month, days of a month is 31 days. If you're here live, I could choose a number between 1 and 31 for you. Otherwise, I'm going to just choose a number 1, 2, 3 randomly and see what you think from this deck. Okay, so this deck is called Happier Me affirmation cards. They're all just positive affirmation cards. So let's see. I'm not looking. I'm just gonna do one here. Let's see. This is one. It didn't look. Let's see. I'm not looking. Not looking. Not looking. 2. Okay. And then let's see. 3. Get it from under here. 3. Here you go. 1, 2, and 3. All right, this is falling. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Think of what number, if you're here live or in the replay, consider what number stands out to you. And if it resonates with you, you might want to consider that as a positive message for yourself today. If it doesn't, just ignore it. Here we go. Or another number might resonate more with you, and consider that one. So here we go. Number 1 says, I am grateful for this body, this mind, this soul. It's scales there in balance. I am grateful for this body, this mind, and this soul. And on the back it says, Your body allows you to get up every morning and live. Your mind allows you to feel alive. And your soul is the one that allows you to have meaningful connections. Give thanks to them daily. So this is really gratitude or appreciation is the highest um vibration that we can keep our minds in, and that attracts more things to be grateful for, more things to appreciate, because we're sending out that energy when we take time during our day or throughout the day to think about, wow, I really appreciate this. I appreciate the beautiful nature. I appreciate seeing that little dog when I took my walk. I appreciate being able to hear, see, smell, taste, feel, walk, talk, breathe. And a lot of people have challenges with those things. But, or even to whatever degree you're able to do that, that's something to be grateful to God for. Again, this says, I'm grateful for this body, mind, and soul. Your body allows you to get up every morning, even if we don't like it, its weight, its speed, its look, whatever body we have allows you to get up every morning and live. And your mind allows you to feel alive, because it's how you're perceiving life and how you're perceiving everything throughout your day. And your soul is the one that allows you to have meaningful connections. Your soul, that's that part of God within you that is living this life and learning its lessons, and sharing love and compassion, and shining God's light in the world with others. So give thanks to those things, and I would say to God daily. So that's, what was that, number one? Okay, two more to go, 2 and 3. Hope everybody's enjoying this. And actually, if anybody had a win this week, something that worked out well for you, since there's a lot of negativity around on this broadcast, we're trying to focus on lifting our mood and staying in a state of gratitude or appreciation to help shine more light and more love in the world, more peace in the world, in our own hearts, in our own circles of people, and our community. And every little bit that we do adds more of God's light and love and compassion to the world, and it tends to have a trickle effect. If we're nice to this person, or then they happen to be in a better mood, even though happiness is really each person's individual responsibility, I do believe, but we tend to rub off on each other. So you happen to hold the door for somebody, they're in a better mood. They say, "Oh, gee, that's a nice idea. I'm going to hold the door for someone." Maybe that other person holds the door for somebody because they like that, or they decide, "Oh, you know what? That was a nice deed someone did for me. I'm going to let the person online at the grocery store. I'm going to let the person behind me go ahead of me to kind of pay it forward." You know, sometimes you're doing things nicely. I can't tell you. Sometimes I've done things, or even like in a creative way or something, and people see that, and they'll tell you later on, "Oh, you know how you gave me this thing when I was feeling down? I did that for my friend who was going through a hard time with her in her family life, and that was a good idea. I did that." Or I tell somebody I went for a walk, and then later on they say, "You know what? I felt kind of you know um agitated at home. I decided to go for a walk too when you say you went for a walk." So we don't know how we affect others. So let's affect them in a more positive way. So I am grateful for all that I am, and all that I have, and all that I am. And it says, being grateful is such a wonderful gift you can offer yourself. Take 5 minutes each day and reflect on what you are grateful for. So it seems like this is kind of a running theme, just with these random cards I'm picking. These are general positivity, positive mindset, and mindfulness cards, law of attraction type stuff. But there's a lot of talk about being grateful today. So that might be a good message for us all. It keeps us in a better mood. When we're in a better mood, that's a higher vibration. We start to attract more of the things, people, places, things, solutions, creative ideas than when we're in survival mode. A lot of us have been in survival mode, just trying to get through the day, trying to get through the challenges. And there's a lot lately being said about our nervous systems are kind of a missing are kind of a missing link in or an obstacle that we're not realizing is preventing our positive progress and positive manifestations in life, because our nervous systems and being in survival mode kind of have us kind of cut off from the positive God inspiration that's trying to come through, or the blessings that are trying to get to us, because we're in this negative state. We're not in a matching vibration to that. So gratitude is a way to get out of survival mode, and anything to calm your nervous system is a way to help too. Hi, Tom. Thank you. Being grateful is such a wonderful gift you can offer yourself. And this suggests take 5 minutes each day. I would say even in 1 minute, even 30 seconds if it seems too much, to try it out. You know, there's a lot of advice out there. Instagram and everything, do 5 minutes of this a day, do 10 minutes of that, 15 minutes of this exercise, take 2 Brazil nuts every day for a better thyroid, take, you know, do these heel lifts to strengthen your calves, do that every day. If we did everything, all these things are telling us to do every day, we would have no time left to eat and say hello to anybody. So, only use what sounds like a fit for you. But this suggestion is take 5 minutes each day and reflect on what you are grateful for. It's all about getting into a more positive vibration. Okay, last one. Number 3 says, I have everything I need within myself. I have everything I need within myself. And it says, this is in America, Tom. Are you from the UK? Okay. I have everything I need within myself. And it says, just believe in yourself and allow yourself to grow. You have within you all the resources you need. Okay, so just believe in yourself. I would say believe in yourself as a soul connected to God. You have God within you. Oh, very good. You're in Germany. Hi to Germany. Thank you for being here. Just believe in yourself and allow yourself to grow. You have within you all the resources you need. I would think that means because you have that part of God within you, your soul that's living this life, you're connected to God, and God has all the resources and infinite possibilities, infinite positive possibilities to help you with whatever you need for following your passions, your positive passions, your what you feel might be your purpose in life. Um, and if you believe in yourself, if we believe in ourselves and allow ourselves to grow and not just do everything we've always done in the past, but allow ourselves to take a new approach that fits where we are right now, um, that's how we can move forward. And if we believe in ourselves, that means then we will have less doubt and less fear. And that is part of how we're able to move forward and manifest the positive uh, goals and experiences in life, because doubt and fear is kind of like the static that we throw on our vibration that scrambles the positive inspiration God is already giving us. Um, but with God, all good things are possible, and with less doubt and less fear and more trust, a little bit more faith, um, we can do great things for ourselves and for others in this world. Okay, so that was the third one on that. Um, since we have let's see, 1 minute left, I'll do one random one from this old deck just for the heck of it. Let's see what this says. Okay, this one says commitment from Mindful Messages, the older deck. Commitment. And it says it has a paper of listing goals at the top. And it says, commitment. I am committed to my growth and dreams. Oh, that's wonderful, Tom. You say below, I'm believing myself every single new day, and I love every day, so always be positive. Beautiful. Tom, thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Yes, that's wonderful. Believe in yourself, love every day, always be positive, right? And that attracts more positive things and God's blessings in my opinion. So this what last thing says commitment. That's a great way to wrap up this broadcast, Tom, with that state that comment you said, that positive comment, believing in yourself, every loving every day, always be positive. And this commitment, I'm committed to my growth and dreams. I set routines and habits that help me evolve into my fullest potential. This seems today, the theme seems to be that randomly came up gratitude, moving on, moving forward, evolving and stepping into that new identity is what I'm seeing online. They're calling it stepping into your new uh, the newer version of you, the next level you, the new and improved timeline. There's all these ways that people are saying it, but I set routines and habits that help me evolve into my fullest potential. Even though I may not see the physical manifestation of my desires yet, I'd say I know they have vibrationally manifested. They're on their way, and they are on their way to me. It actually says that. Um, there's a Bible quote that like even before you ask, it is given. Eh, and if it's good for you, for your soul, I believe, and you're looking to manifest something positive, it's already given, but you have to, it's like in the vibrational realm, like the Wi-Fi, it's there, we don't see it yet, or radio waves, you turn on your radio, you don't see those waves, but they're actually there. So supposedly so are our the manifestations or the answered prayers are exist in some vibrational energy state, and we just have to commit and trust, have a little faith, and take steps towards that that new version of us that we want, or that new goal that we want, so that it manifests into our lives, into the where we can see them, and into this 3D reality, um where we could see them and sense them. So commitment, looking, focusing on the positive, less doubt, a little more faith, a little more trust, and gratitude. You see the ways by electric supplies. Right. Very good, Tom. Yes. The electric supplies show us the ways. Very good. So they're there, right? Sometimes it's just the instrument. It's just an instrument needed to pick up the evidence. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, this is just making me think. Years ago, I went to a like a holistic health fair. Must have been about, geez, 30 years ago. Okay. And it was supposed to show you and your aura. Yes, thank you, Tom. It's supposed to show you your aura. So I guess it was Kirlian photography. I think they call it Kirlian photography. So you sit down, they put electrodes on your fingers, and they had you look at a screen, and you see these colors around your head. That supposedly was your aura, your energy field that you can't see. Some people are sensitive enough that they can see it around people with their naked eye, and that's not me. But they showed it to me. It seemed like it was true. And then they said, now think of someone you love very, very, very much. So I thought of my grandmother. And as soon as I thought of that, I didn't say it out loud. I saw the energy expand like this, big, big. And then when I went back to regular thinking, way of showing, it seemed to be proof to me of energy that we don't see by eye, that is out there and is around us. And sometimes you just need the right tool, or a sensitive person that can, or like a more intuitive person. Although I think we're all intuitive, but we can build it so that we can see things more, or but sometimes you need a tool to actually see it, but doesn't mean that it's not there just because you can't see it. So anyway, have a great day. Stay positive, everybody. We're in this life together. There's a lot of caca out there on the TV and on the internet. Let's take our focus off of that onto the good so we grow the good. We share love and compassion and positivity and God's light in the world. God bless. Thanks for showing up. I'm here every Thursday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, and I'll be doing more positive events, positive mindset, law of attraction. I'm a law of attraction and positive mindset life coach. And I like to do fun events too with games and dancing. So I hope you stay tuned. Please like and subscribe if you like this. No pressure. If not, if you don't want to do that, just go about your day. Have a great day. Share some light with everybody and have fun. Okay. Thanks so much. Bye bye.